How's it going, my lovely death disciples? I'm the Shattered Reaper, and today you may be wondering why we're in this location.
Rebel mages really screwed this place up good, huh?
Unfortunately, they did. Yes, indeed they did. Anyway, so I'm the Shattered Reaper, and before we start with why I'm in this village, I did want to let you all know that you may have also noticed that my voice sounds a little different. It's because it got a little bit sore. And it was because of a sort of thing where my sinuses were acting up, as it normally does every year or so. And at the moment, it's affected my throat to make it sore, so I'm not going to be as loud as I sometimes can be in other videos. So yeah, that is an explanation. It might be a relief to some of the people that are living next door to me or something like that, but that's the situation as of right now. And in other news, why am I in this village? Well, it's because I wanted to sell off all of that loot that was having me over encumbered, so I decided to sell all the things that I didn't need so that I could grab more loot, and that's why that is. But while I'm here, I am going to be handing in a few quests, starting with all of the mage caches that I found earlier. I am going to be handing that quest in, and also there's something over here, so, oh right, yes, the potion that I got. Yes, here's a potion.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Siles bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter, just thank you.
Sade and the other gods.
If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
I will keep that in mind. So I've got approval from Blackwall, and I've got from approval from Ironball, which is the most important approval of all things.
That's why.
And let's see, so we got the potion handed in. There's another thing up over here that needs to be handed in, so let's go hand that quest in, shall we? Is it over here or is it elsewhere? Let's see. Ah, yes. This mage. Hey, Enchanter Alandra, hi.
I have heard stories about you, Herald of Andraste. I am Enchanter Elendra. I hope you find a way to end this foolish war.
If you're a mage, why aren't you with the rebel mages?
I was an enchanter in the College of Equitarians. We wanted tolerance, not war. By rights, I am sworn to join the rebels. But I had friends among the Templars. I will not fight them. I know my own strength. I had no fear of demons. I will keep to myself and harm none.
Okay, well, about that, I think I may have found something that, your lover wanted to give you, so, here you go.
I believe this is your phylactery. I found it on the body of a dead Templar named Matrin.
Ah, I suspected he died when he did not join me or send word. Maker curse the fools who started this war, and the fools who now fight it. Thank you. Matrin was important to me. Here, for your trouble.
Oh, what's this? I don't know what you gave me, but, tell me of you and Matrin.
I'd like to know more about you and Matrin.
Ah, Templars and mages. Natural enemies, they always say. As though you can keep healthy men and women close to each other for years without anyone getting ideas. We were friends for many years.
Well, men and men,
lovers
and women
for
and
many
women.
more. And now he is gone because of this war.
Are you alone out here?
You haven't joined the rebels or the refugees. Are you on your own?
Yes, it is safer that way. For everyone. At first, I used my healing skills to help the refugees. But when the Templars saw me, they attacked. Innocent people died in that battle. I will endanger no more.
Well, I mean, you could join the Inquisition where you would be safe to practice your magic, and we will offer you protection. And also kill any Templars who get in the way. After all, we're not necessarily on good terms with the Templars either, because they're
The Inquisition
assholes.
could use the skills of a powerful mage.
If I wished to kill others, I would have joined the rebels. How is the Inquisition any better?
Well, I mean, when we kill people, they're assholes. I mean, that's what we did here. We killed all the assholes, and now order has been restored and the refugees are protected. So I would probably say we bring results, is what we do.
Farewell.
Thank you again. It is better to know.
Well, you're welcome. Anyway, so, let's see, there was another quest here over in this direction. Right, in the elements. Gonna hand in all the supplies now for the blankets to be given to the refugees now. That way, people don't, die to the elements, while they have a lack of shelter and such.
Maker's breath. If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
Well, here are some supply
I
locations.
found some of the apostate's supply stores. I can mark the locations for you.
I'll get out there myself with a few men and pick them up. This will keep a lot more refugees alive next time it snows. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Alright, more influence. And, let's see, anything else in this area? Oh, well, there is some red lyrium to take care of, so, may as well do something about that, I suppose. There is an Asterium. There's also a camp location here. Let's head over in this direction, take care of the red lyrium. Gotta get rid of that as much as possible. And I see that people here are working well with their training. Excellent. Excellent work, men and women of the Inquisition. You make me proud as the High Imperial Emperor Inquisitor of the High Imperial, High Holy Elven Imperial Inquisition. And what's over here? Oh no, wait, I already went there, so not important to me. Okay, we'll take that iron. And oh, I headed in the wrong direction for what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, everyone. So, let's actually head in the right direction. Because I was not paying attention to the minimap for dumbass reasons.
We'll make good use of it. Have you seen otherwise?
It's just what I heard.
Alright, so should be in this direction where we take care of the red lyrium. Quite a ways away, but...
I suppose you're right.
I've got the refugees bundled up nice and warm.
Excellent, glad to hear the refugees are doing well now. Have I opened this chest before? I don't think I have. I will take all that stuff. West Road. Ah, that's where the fighting was, now I remember. Actually, I'm gonna head up over to the north. See about the stuff over there. Because there is a bunch of stuff that needs taken care of, like that rift, which should probably be easier to deal with. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if it's easier to deal with. Besides, it's the Witchwood. That obviously means good things for me, since I myself am a witch. I mean, granted, it was probably named that by a bunch of church people. We all know how the church feels about witches for stupid reasons. So of course they want to affiliate stuff with witches as being bad. So we'll just have to see what it was named for in this sense. And, oh, there's a dead person. Probably nothing to be too concerned about. Discovered Redcliffe Road. Oh, well, how do you know? And there are more dead people. This so far is not spelling anything good with all the dead people around. But fear not. I am definitely not, frightened by the sight of the dead. What the? Okay, shoot the demons. Kill them all. They must die in my name and honor. Oh, well, at least I got the achievement card there. Ow. How dare you get in my personal space? Iron Bull, I appreciate the help, but at the same time, you kind of got in the way of my shot. By pulling my shot away. Alright, one more wave, I think. I would appreciate you to stop shooting things at me. That'd be great, because I am currently at low health. I believe the rules do say, thou shalt not hit people with low health unless they be my enemies. If they are my enemies, then die if they shall. Those are the rules. of the honorary war code. That. There, that takes care of that problem. That's another rift taken care of. And we get some frost essence for some research purposes. Research is always something of great value in the High Imperial Inquisition of the Elven Empire. Anyway. Let's see, oh, there's a quest over here I must investigate. It's a new quest, yes, but at the same time, no quest is too incompetent for me, unless they are probably quests sent by Sarah, and even then I'll question it. Because Sarah's a bitch. Oh, what's this? A letter in an abandoned house. Stone Dreams has been completed. The stone calls to me. In my dreams, as I shape it with chisel and hammer, it shapes me in return. My flesh twists, claws and fangs ripping forth. The light in the sky makes the stone so much louder. Why do I get the feeling that this isn't good? It could possibly be something involving the twisting of flesh, the claws and fangs coming out. Of course, then again, it could just be a case of lycanthropy. In other words, werewolves, which could only mean good things. The cave in the hills has good strong stone. I can shape it into something strong enough to keep me safe if I hurry. Jendon, if you're having the dreams, go talk to the Templars. The war doesn't matter. Their job is to help when things are too frightening to deal with alone. And the only reason the Templars didn't find you as a child is because your parents hid you away. If carving helps you, here's a map to an old cave I stumbled on a few years back. I think it has a stone you like. Okay, again, I'm starting to have bad things in my mind about this. And I get the bad feeling it involves red lyrium. Oh, Dragonthorn. I believe that's important. Nothing else? No. Okay. But wait, are we sure there's nothing else? Nope, nothing in here. Okay, moving on. Alright, shards in the Hinterlands. We must find the rest. They are very important to my needs, so they take priority. Because the shards can lead to a great many magical benefits for me. They could even lead me to divinity. As I've said many times in many episodes, that is a priority for me. And there's a shard over there, would you look at that? Don't mind if I do. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna take a regen potion. Varric, I feel like you should do the same, so, or, well, maybe more of a healing potion. There we go. Now everybody's all healthy. And there's another quest. Well, don't mind if I just find even more quests to do. And also more mining resources to mine. And, who might you be? Villette?
Watch yourself. Bandits up ahead. Or something anyway. They're blocking the road.
Tell me about them.
What can you tell me about the attackers on the road?
Several groups. Some of them with bows. They've got better armor than most around here. It's too many for us. If you head out there, careful you don't get flanked. They don't take prisoners.
Bows, you say?
You don't think they're bandits?
Bandits wait until people are vulnerable, then hit them fast so nobody escapes. These bastards show themselves too early. They care more about driving people away than taking loot. They're either stupid, or they're more than just bandits. And they're too well armed for stupid.
Thanks for the warning.
I shall investigate this very important matter then. Those who think themselves to be a threat to the Inquisition are things that must be dealt with carefully.
There, the bandits!
With explosions. Lots and lots of fiery explosions is the only method to deal with them. Excuse me, they're too close. You know, the scout mentioned
I
something...
doubt that's the last of them.
Probably not. And I'm pretty sure that scout was supposed to say that they prioritize bows, and yet I only saw 2 of them with bows. One of them had a Ferelden Medallion of Service. This is peculiar. They carry around better equipment, and they also have medallions of Ferelden Service. What could this mean exactly? Could it be that they are secret operatives of some sort of Ferelden government and sent to cover up some conspiracy? My conspiracy mind must venture forth then. Onward, my companions. We must investigate every single bit of this situation without hesitation whatsoever. Whatever methods we must go through, we shall use those methods. And also, there's something important over here. Energize. We don't have a mage. Do I have to go find Solus? Do I have to bring him so that he could be a bitch Iron Bull again? Ugh. Fine. I'll bring him. But only for this purpose. And after I kill these bandits.
Die!
And so they did. What honorable folk they are, just dying when I tell them to. And excuse me. Too close. So blow up and die. Was that all of them? Well, it seems like they found more, so, oh, Dalish toy soldier. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, what's this? Orders. Letter on a bandit in the Hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. Oh, I feel like I was supposed to come across this and then... Ah, I see. Well, I already went to the villa, so... there's that taken care of, I suppose. In any case, there is a mission over here to deal with.
Mages really screwed this place up good, huh?
Yes, they did, as you said before, my beautiful, sexy Iron Bull. But they are dead, after all, so there's not much more they can screw up. Rebel Queen's Ravine? Interesting name. I have a feeling they did not expect us to come. Oh well. Well, that took care of quite a few of their bowmen. They really just can't seem to do much against my arrows. In the shooting contest, I always win. And that finishes that quest. Enhanced spike trap ring. Wonder what that could be used for. And we have increased our power through our efforts. Excellent. Good job, men. Good job. I would say women, but Cassandra isn't with us right now. These are wanted to make room for Blackwall, but I'm sort of regretting it a little bit. Because Blackwall and Ironball don't seem to be getting along too
Decent
well.
place to camp.
Alright, new camp is set up. With that, we can go ahead and bring,
Nothing to report, sir.
Solus with us. Just behave yourself, Solus, instead of being, you know, you around Iron Bull. So, Solus, just behave, or else I will have to slit your throat. Hopefully he keeps that in mind. Oh, what the? Odd. I guess maybe there was something I didn't do. Oh, I didn't click the apply button, did I? So it just... Okay, weird.
Nothing to report.
Okay, I know. Thank you. I didn't want to talk to you. Okay, Solus, just behave yourself, please. I swear swear to the gods, if he decides to bitch and moan about something involving my precious beloved Iron Bowl, we are going to be having so many issues, and I am going to absolutely destroy him. I am going to murder him, and I am going to rip out all of his innards, and I hope he understands that. Anyway, let's go find that place that we saw earlier. Because there must be something of importance behind there. Surely, there must be. Let's see, right over there, yes. And then once we get over there, we'll
According to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
Against what? Oh, tears, okay. You and I had different ideas. Well, anyway, I don't know who you are.
And Duran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
What are you doing here?
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
Well, that would be important, so yes, we'll help.
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead.
I wonder
Thank
if
you
it's
for
the
joining
thing
me.
I want
I
to,
do not think I could have done this alone.
Why did you
What
leave your
took you
clan?
away from your clan?
They were all killed by a demon that our keeper was foolish enough to summon. I am the only survivor of Clan Vernen. I was searching for another clan that would take me in when the breach appeared. Now, I'm doing whatever I can to help with this madness.
Oh, I see. Well, Solus, your turn, so do your energizing thing and whatnot.
You'll need magical energy to get by.
Am I doing it right, or... Oh, no. Ah. Well then, that makes way more sense than what I was trying to do. Well, that takes care of that, and oh, I have to do solar in a moment. Well, at least we know this is of some sort of magical importance.
That's not normal fire.
I have heard of this but never seen it before. It is called Veil Fire. It is a form of sympathetic magic, a memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Don't mind me, just looking through things here. And also there are demons to kill, so let's kill demons. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too close there, my friend. And you, stop shooting things at me. That's gross.
There's an elven artifact nearby.
You sure this is supposed to be an elven artifact?
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I'm getting the feeling this doesn't feel elven. I could be wrong though, but let's give it a try.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I
Wishes.
believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Solus.
Mahalani, Maglandeval, Vi Enasali.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Well, I guess that solved that one then. We do have gold, and things will be safer. We got whatever it is that she had. The amulet of power. Not sure what it is that, but Solus approved. But at the same time,
Something is odd about those runes, but I cannot determine what.
well, obviously I, the great investigative detective High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire of the Inquisition, will be able to determine it. Oh, oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Weapon enchantment. Oh. Nice going with the weird magic fire.
Well, it is my specialty, so a fire rune, don't mind if I do. I wonder if there are other runes in this location, and, may as well light everything here, why not? Any other runes in this place? Well, clearly there are, something definitely happened here. I think that might be everything, actually. Wait, what about over here? Curious. Nope, I suppose there's nothing to examine there. Oh. Weird. I do wonder what this whole thing is supposed to be about. Oh, there's something to loot here as well. Baron Lord Maul and a reinforced shield. At least we have this taken care of. Now then, let's see, where to go now? Oh, there's something over here, Blood Brothers. Oh, that's right, we need to take care of that. That little, thing about a mage and a Templar siblings being mad at each other for being mage and Templar. Yeah, I guess we'll have to go deal with some sibling rivalry, because that's totally my job to deal with things like that, but, you know, a quest is a quest. So, dealing with these kinds of problems is of great importance to me. So onward, my companions. We must go and solve this sibling rivalry. Is it in this direction? It is. Okay. Somewhere up here, I believe. Well, it's telling me to loot the body. Not that it necessarily needs to tell me, but, not entirely sure what happened here, but there are people to murder. Now die by fiery explosion, and oh, I did not want to do that. Fireball, please do not. Oh. People are awful. A letter? A letter found on a dead Templar. Templar Quran. In light of the current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when this unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Tanner. Well, there's something around here of great importance, and the sound has had an odd cutout. But there's some... Oh. Well, what do you know? I can open this door by lockpicking. Foolish mortals and their locks. They think they could keep me out. Ah, how foolish of them. Truly foolish. And, oh. Bottles of Fadus. Butterbile 784. A hard liquor that is not so much served as it is brandished. Coarse and indifferent, it is to your taste, or it is not. The failing is yours if you cannot raise or lower to the challenge of a distiller told not to. Interesting. Guess that was all. Take, everything in here, might as well. Oh, hello, there's a book that I cannot read for some reason. Alrighty then. What? Oh, that was just light on the ground, never mind. Alright, well, I guess we solved the problem here. Well, there is seeing red up there as well, so... Alright then, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Oh, okay. Okay. Oops, not what I wanted to do. One more things to explore. So I shall continue heading on north. Dealing with the red lyrium and such. In this awkward sound being cut off, and what is going on over there? Was there supposed to be a rift up there? I'm pretty sure it didn't say anything about a rift being there. Oh wait, does it? In hushed whispers, Grand Enchanter Fiona, leader of the Mage Rebellion, has offered an alliance with the rebel mages at Redcliffe. Oh, so that's what that arrow was for. And it also just happened to have a rift.
Redcliffe Village should be right up ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Yes, Arrow.
Watch out, Traveler. The veil's ripped open and Mika knows what could come out.
Don't worry, we got this taken care of. This'll be easy pickings, and ow. Bit too close for comfort there, sir. I don't know, what is it with every single one of my enemies that just feels like, nah, I want to get up close and personal with you, and I'm just like, ew, now you're gross. Do they really not understand what it means to have consent? Apparently not. But that is why they are my enemies. Ow. Stop. I'll take care of this now. Admit, I wasn't necessarily expecting Redcliffe to be right here, even with all the notes of Redcliffe being here.
I think we could have skipped these things getting weirder, don't you?
We'll have to look into this.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Yeah, I think it's a bit suspicious that once we arrive at the mage's base, that, for some reason, a rift just opens up right in front of them. Fiona better have an explanation.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
What?
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
This is confusing.
The Veil is weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
Oh, interesting. I mean, granted, I wasn't able to actually come here in the last game that I played because this never actually happened, because I didn't even know that the mages were in the Hinterlands, but oh well, at least we finally managed to get here. There's a mystery up there. Go to the Golden Lantern to meet Fiona. Alright.
So here we are, Elf. Cleaning up another human mess.
What would the Inquisition do without our stabilizing influence, Master Tethras?
I assume they just start burning things.
That does sound like most humans I know.
Well, I mean, if it were under human rule, but they've got me in charge, you know, an elf who actually knows what they're doing, who isn't burning things, except unless, of course, they're demons and also the enemies of the Inquisition. But, you know, an elf that actually knows a thing or two about negotiation, diplomacy, gossip, and using my enemies' weaknesses against them. So, you know, anyway, claiming this place in the name of the Inquisition, I don't care if Redcliffe doesn't want me to do that, it's mine now. These ruins mark the spot where a windmill once overlooked Redcliffe Village. It was destroyed in the last days of the Blight when Darkspawn attacked the area and was never repaired. Interesting thing for me to claim, but, you know, well, it's something for me to claim, so I'm not complaining at the same time. Everything that I can claim and that I can make mine, I will certainly make mine. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. As a certain favorite Apex Legends character of mine would say. And that is the exact philosophy I go under. When it comes to conquest, that is.
I had the dream again last night. No, there'll be no talk of this. It was so real. And when I woke up, the sheets were as cold as ice.
Interesting.
I talked to one of the rebel mages. She said...
And we discovered more regions, so 8 more to go, and ooh, I see something of great intrigue awaits me in this direction. What could it be, though?
Let me know if you find it.
Now how do I get up there, is the question. Surely they would not make this location inaccessible to anyone. Oh, wait, it was just like that. Wheelhouse. Don't mind if I... Excuse me? Does this game not understand who I am? Of course I have deft hands and fine tools. I'm an elf. My hands are the tools, and they are in fact deft because they are perfect and beautiful. But, how dare this game insult me? It's as if it just wants to make things as complicated as possible for me, when I already have all the skills capable for needing such things. Despicable of them. Truly.
You don't even want me to say it, do you? Would you hate me that much if
They
Hello?
say a desire demon took the mind of our young Lord Connor. It cost the boy his life. Cursed be the blood mage who led the lad down such a path.
Tell me about Redcliffe Village?
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Well, I have plenty of blood lotuses to offer, so don't mind if I give that. And by the way, I have done many valorous deeds, so I expect to have the man of my desires, if you so will it. Well, really, I will it, and you will make it happen for me. Anyway, claiming this in the name of the Inquisition. Don't care if you want me to or not. Hero of Ferelden unlocked. Isn't he the guy that committed genocide on the cult of Andraste? Not sure I really want to claim it now. Oh well, it's mine, and I don't care. I'll make sure to have it torn down when I find enough records of the genocide, and prove that he was in fact a terrible being that deserves death. Really? You're just gonna keep forcing that on me, aren't you? I hate this place. Trying to restrain me from things. Hello?
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
You're low on herbs?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Can you help the refugees?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife ear. Why should I risk mine for them?
Makes sense. Well, the Inquisition cares. This is how you change things.
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife ear as often as I had expected. Mostly all the humans say is thank you. I expect you'll find the same. And change some minds in the process.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Yes, more perks just for me. I certainly am a wise individual. So Healing Hand has been completed, although, what? Oh, right. Read the list. Spindleweed and elf fruit. Well, don't worry. I got all of that
May
for
I
you.
help you?
Found your herbs.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. All right, I'll take a... Wait a minute.
A pleasure to see you again.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more.
I don't know why that showed up anyway after I selected it.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Is, the common treatment thing gonna go away anytime soon, or...?
A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for your help.
I'm confused, but, I'll just leave it at that, I suppose. Anyway. Let's see, what else do we have in this place? There's a quest over there. Ah, there we go. Now it's completed.
The Inquisition dealt with the rebel Templars. Just been driven away.
Advanced treatment has also been completed. Excellent.
Right. That's why.
Alright, there's a quest up here now that I want to get. One-Eyed Jimmy.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
Well, the problem is I probably killed a bunch of rams. In fact, to get food for the refugees, sometimes by complete accident. But what do you mean by special?
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
What?
He's a very special ram.
Okay then, what's the problem?
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes, I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
I will, be sure to do that. First things first, however, important matters are at hand. The golden lantern, yes. Let's see what awaits us in there. Temple of Sacred Ashes rediscovered. I already read that before.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition.
Indeed. Hello.
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You invited me here.
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
I'm certain it was you.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
What?
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Well, you've made a huge mistake.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition. Allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
Oh, I'm sure it is. By the way, if I could just, have a moment. Fiora, you are rejecting me for some man that has such a poor taste in fashion, it says. I mean, like, one would expect someone from, like, a high status, such as the Imperium or any form of empire would at least have some good sense in style or clothing or attire. This man is just... well, he's literally dressed like a clown. He just add the makeup and boom, you got yourself like your own average birthday clown. So, this is what you're replacing me for? I must say I am insulted. And I think you ought to know, I don't like being insulted. So tell me about this alliance.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Well, first of all, I kind of want to know more about that outfit. Is that, like, usual for the Imperium? Because, damn, am I gonna have a field day making fun of everyone in the Imperium, wherever the hell they are, because I could have sworn the Imperium, like, you know, fell apart and died, something like that. But then here you are. Oh wait, I thought, actually, weren't there some people that escaped to, like, somewhere off the continent or something like that? Anyway, not important. Fiona said she's indentured.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
Okay, when did this happen?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
Indeed. Suspiciously timely, I would say. So what exactly does Tevinter gain?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
Where is the Jarl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Jarl or his men.
The Jarl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? That's a polite way of saying thrown out on his ass.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
Well, I need mages for the breach.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
We don't think small here, exactly. When it comes to the Inquisition, especially with a leader such as I, the High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire, we always think big. And I mean very, very big.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Oh, would you look at that? Your son is dead.
Felix.
My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
This is rather suspicious.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Well, I figured as much.
Ooh, very mysterious.
It's worth investigating.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
Magister Alexius does not approve of those without magic like you and me. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What do you know about Redcliffe?
This village has a history with mages, doesn't it? Do you know the details?
During the last blight, the Arl of Redcliffe became ill. Not even the efforts of the Circle could save him. His young son, who was an undiscovered mage, made a deal with a demon to keep the Arl from death. The boy became an abomination. Through him, each night, the demon raised armies of corpses to assault the village. The hero of Ferelden defeated the demon and stopped the undead hordes from destroying Redcliffe.
Oh, well then never mind. I am glad I claimed the statue of the hero of Ferelden.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
How long have De Winters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
I should go then.
Farewell then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Then be my guest and join us.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
As always. Oh, what do we have here? The crows and Queen Madrigal. The first crow refused to speak, even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off his face and hands with a paring knife. He opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on his blood. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Hessarian's Sword of Mercy. He had not heard about that, or at least claimed as much. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realized he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by angering Master Fiore, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pithy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will admit to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech, and even some wit while under extreme duress. Amid all his useless chatter, the third crow did raise an important point. His guild was a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such an authority if agents routinely revealed the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crow captives free. If there is a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommend we abandon this course of action. A report by Captain Aristide, tasked with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. Interesting. Oh wait, someone to talk to.
Fine day to you.
Inquisition, huh?
I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there, since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Aren't you with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Makes sense.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
Tell me about the alliance.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
I should go then.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Well, too bad. I like asking questions. And I like to investigate. The annulant at Dersmuid. When we heard of the injustices against our fellow mages at the White Spire, the Circle of Magi Val Royeaux, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Dersmuid is small and isolated. It exists largely as a facade to appease the Chantry. When the other circles rose up, the Chantry sent seekers across the bay from Islay to investigate. They found us mixing freely with our families, training female mages in the traditions of the seers, and denounced us as apostates. Perhaps they thought we were spineless rogues who could be intimidated with a little bloodshed. Before I was first enchanter, I was the daughter of Captain Ravaud of the Felicissima Armada. I know how to plan a battle. They brought with them a small army of Templars. We fought, and we might have won, but they invoked the right of annulment, with all the unrelenting brutality that allowed. It is their right to put screaming apprentices to the sword, burn our tainted libraries, crush irreplaceable artifacts under their heels, tear down the very walls of our home. No mage has the right to disagree. We are the Desmuid Circle, wait now. Behind barricades, I have sent word to our brother and sister mages of this outrage. When they break through, we will not die alone. Final journal entry of First Enchanter Revila slain in Dersmuid. 940 Dragon. Sears in the Alsmet, 23rd of Fervantus. When I set off for the capital of Ravane, I did not anticipate arriving in the middle of a little provincial festival. The streets are thick with fishermen and farmers coming in from the countryside, for some gathering rural life apparently breeds fierce rivalries. I've seen more than one fistfight erupt in the square outside the inn. And do they call this music? Excellent wine, however. Must be Antevin. Uh-oh. Is this frozen? I hope not. One moment. One moment, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, so let's read the rest of this. 24th of Fervantes. The agreement is sealed. The merchant had more jewelry on his head than Orlesian women do on their fingers, but anyone willing to sell me silk at this price may dress how they please. Sabal, whose title is Ana'in, is an amiable sort who offered to show me the Alsmet tonight. Apparently village leaders, hedge mages, they dub seers, travel to Darsmuid twice a year to meet in council, forge trade agreements, and publicly pledge loyalty to Ravane's queen. Deals made at Alsmet are seen as especially auspicious. Sabal warned me that sometimes hotheads will attempt to settle old feuds before these seers decree binding judgments here. But there are also feasts, lavish gift-giving ceremonies, musical contests, and other rustic nonsense. This explains the rabble. Still, it might be amusing to sample the local color. I've just witnessed a lovely public exchange between two men trying to outdo each other with ridiculous boasts in the square. The most extravagant lyre was applauded and decorated with wreaths by the crowd. The Riviani are lively. I'll grant them that. And not at all afraid to drink with a Tevinter. Peasant elf threatened me after I tripped into him at feast. Bit of fire cowed him. Impressed ladies, too. What enlightened attitudes these people have fantasises. Lovely dances here. Must get vintage from Innkeep. Label was blue. 28th of Fervantis. Find out who's sleeping on top of me. Bring more robes next year. From the diary of Biscorus of Virantium. 932 Dragon. Interesting. Strange, but interesting. Is that everything I can investigate in here, or is there more for me to investigate? I must know everything I can investigate. No, that was everything? Alright then. Well then, let's just leave the building.
That's why.
What the? In the most corners of Thedos, funeral rites include burning or dismembering the dead to okay. Guess I can't finish reading that. How peculiar indeed. In hushed whispers. Well, without question, I must head in that direction, I suppose, and investigate the matter.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Yes, mages should be freed.
I want this war to end without sending you back to the Circle.
There has to be a way, right? We're not what they think. All blood mages and abominations. We just want to be normal. Have families. Use our magic to help grow crops or something. We never wanted war. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
Tell me about yourself.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
You don't like Tevinter?
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Be careful.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
There is something strange going on, and I will find out what that strangeness is after I get myself some elf fruit. There we go. Now, what's over here? Sister Tanner.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
You're with the Chantry?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
Well, interestingly enough, I know you're a smuggler.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Varric?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers? All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Oh, it always is, my dear. Always. Always to work with the great, high, holy Imperium Inquisition of the Elven Empire. Or the new Elven Empire. Anyway, let's investigate here now. Now then, what strange dealings shall we find here? I am very curious to find what it is that we shall find in this chantry. Oh.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Sure. Who are you? You very beautiful individual. Oh, backflip. Some people just really do not understand what it means by getting a bit too close and personal. Okay, gonna have to blow them all up. Do backflip. Just stay there frozen while I shoot you in your ugly ass face. I got this one, don't worry.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Tends to be how
Who
it
are
works.
you? Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Watch yourself. The pretty ones are always the worst.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Well, at least someone does find him to be pretty, and if he finds him pretty, I can only imagine what he'd find me to be like. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, investigating. Where's Felix?
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Ah, I see. You're a man. Is something wrong with Felix?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
You're a magister?
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Pardon? Did you send the note?
Are you the one who sent that note, then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
Oh, that's why we... How did he distort time exactly, though?
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
That's a lot to swallow, let's just
You're
say.
asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work.
Hypothesis, you
What I
mean?
don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why are you telling me this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why does he want me? Although I am very flattered. And
Why would
everyone
he
wants
rearrange
me.
time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Well, I am, as a matter of fact, flattered by all of the attention on me, after all.
All this for me? And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
I mean, yes, but that was rather suspiciously timed there. But, hey, we discovered what was going on here, so... I wonder if there's anything around here I could discover, no? Ah, plenty of things to discover, like books. Circle of the Magi Codex. Why wasn't I allowed to read this exactly? Well, now I have to go look in it. How dare you make me put in so much effort in word game. Let me see. Codex. History. Should be somewhere in that, right? Where would the circle be? Wrath of Heaven. Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven. Field and forest shall burn. The sea shall rise, devour them. The wind shall tear. Blah, blah, blah. Threat, threat, threat. Let's see. Ah, groups. That makes way more sense, actually, now that I think about it. Groups, Circle of the Magi, Ben Hasra, 3 educators, Ben Hasra, Circle of the Magi. The Circle of the Magi was established centuries ago to protect us and to protect those without magic from the things we might do. No man in his right mind would disagree that these are noble goals. I refuse to believe that the Chantry intended the injustice and oppression we suffered in the intervening years. Segregation of mages from non-mages within Templar-guarded compounds was the best, possibly the only, option available. We have recently had to face this dark reality that the system failed us. The Circle of the Magi in Ferelden's Kinloch Hold was one of the most liberally run, and even there we saw sedition and dissent, resulting in a failed revolt that nearly destroyed the entire tower. Perhaps stringency could work where leniency failed. I present Kirkwall's gallows as evidence against such thinking. Knight Commander Meredith's vice grip on the Circle and her care backfired, leaving us where we are now. In the Circles, no matter how they are managed, do not, perhaps cannot, function as intended. What is next? There are no easy answers. The events of recent years have forced me to re-examine my views on freedom. As Aquitarians, we have always advocated self-control and cooperation with the Chantry, but this approach may no longer serve. I must consider that our libertarian brothers and sisters had the right of it all along. Look at the strife and chaos that now consumes our world. Fighting for our independence, for a better system, may not improve our situation, but it cannot make it any worse. Letter from Senior Enchanter Vorman Queen of Cumberland to a colleague, dated 939 Dragon. there's stuff to loot here as well. May as well take a look. Fire agate. And Nugskin. Alright then. Anything else of interest or concern I might want to investigate and look into at all? I'd very much like to know about it. Just... oh, well, what do you know? That's why you look. The troubles of a Chantry scholar. As students of culture, it is important to always recognize your biases. I wear my Chantry perspective openly, for if my readers do not understand the lens through which I view the world, they cannot account for how these biases may color my writing. Gathering accurate information is challenging in a place as vast and fragmented as Thedos. One man may go on at length about lurid dealings with a king, then refuse to provide his name or some proof of the account. Other sources may conflict wildly, fixing travel to some sort of more remote areas of the continent is nothing compared to the difficulty I've found finding contacts I can trust. I cannot tell you how many times reputable people have tried to deceive me, sometimes for personal notoriety, more often in the interests of the pet cause. Trustworthy Kunari, Dalish, and Tevinter contacts are especially scarce, and I prize those who I have kept friendly. Often it is I who must earn their trust. Texts can be unreliable from extensive readings. I have determined that Andraste was a Ferelden Orlesian who was born in every town from here to Hosberg. What little remains of elven history has been told and retold, shifted and skewed until the tales are unrecognizable. I have particular respect for the dwarves, but there is no other people so obsessed with recording an accurate and complete history. If only the shapes were as open as the skies they fear, or the shapers. If I can be honest, the long reign of the Chantry was made the recording of reality at times a trial. Most common histories have been rewritten through the filter of my religion. Everything has meaning as it pertains to the Maker, and while this is unavoidable, it sometimes leads to conflicts between what is officially taught by the Chantry and what I have seen with my own eyes. While my belief in the Maker is absolute, only a fool would ignore the lessons to be learned from other societies and religions. Take the Fade. Was it the kingdom of the Maker, as common knowledge dictates, or the realm of the Tevinter Old Gods? Few people will contest its existence, but beyond that, there's little agreement among the scholars. Though there are many who would disagree with me, I've come to believe nothing is for certain. I met too many people and encountered too many perspectives not to keep an open mind about these things. Excerpt from a lecture by Brother Genitivi at the University of Orlais, delivered shortly after the release of his seminal work, In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar. Oh, so this is the first book, it seems like. Oh, interesting. Anything over here? Nope. Not at all. Alright then. Well, let's just leave it. Okay, so this has been an interesting happening. Time magic. And now it's being fully practiced. Now we're really gonna need to figure out what this whole thing is about then.
Does Tevinter really need cults? Aren't they weird enough?
Vince are all crazy. If it's not cults, it's demons or musical theater or something.
Probably. But anyway, we will just go ahead and leave things here for now, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Give that like button a stab if you did. Subscribe if you want more death in your life. Be sure the bell is tolling for thee. Until next time, rest in peace. Bye! Enjoyed today's video? Well, there's plenty more for you to enjoy here. And if you also want to support this small channel, then there is also my Ko-fi, which is available, as well as a Twitter thread that gives you my commissioning info. And if you'd like some traditional art or literature, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Thank you for enjoying the video and for your viewership.